What is going on, guys? This is Wraith. I am back. We got some fun stuff tonight. We're gonna look at. Oh man, why is my? Hold on a second. Let me go here. Is that? That is not it. Oh, that's right. It was here. Sorry, guys. Pressed the wrong button. It's already starting off good, but tonight we got. We're gonna do. Well, originally we were gonna do unboxing of one of the Fire Drake number 2 of the Horus Heresy Salamanders. But then I realized I have all of these soft goods for the Primarchs that I have to open up. And I have to put on them. So I have one for Magnus, I have one for Dorn, I have one for Leman Russ, and I also have one for, obviously, Sanguinius, the Great Angel. So we're going to install all 4 of these on the Primarchs tonight, and they are massive upgrades. I also have the Helm versions. Right now we have the unhelmed version. Sacrilege, I know, but we have the unhelmed version on there, right? So you can see their noggins and their face, and we're going to swap over the full Helm version. Now, just a quick FYI, ForgeKnight's website is currently down. He's going through some stuff, and he's going to get it up and running pretty soon. So if you're looking at picking up any of these, they'll have them available very, very soon. I think maybe he has on eBay or something like that. I'll have to check. But I remember seeing some on eBay. Maybe they're knockoff versions. But anyway, these are the 4 that we have that we're going to do tonight. And then also there's something a little different tonight. You guys might see in the bottom right hand corner VOX transmission. So now this is something that I've been working on for a couple months, and I want to have a more interactive chat with you guys, especially when I'm doing these live streams where I'm doing the unboxing and stuff, because most of the time I can't get to the chat because I'm concentrating on unboxing them. Then I'll sit down and I'll look at the chat. Now, though, you guys are going to be able to control the chat, okay? And so what I mean by that is you're going to see the instructions in the pinned comment, as well as every 5 minutes the instructions will come by. So what it essentially is going to be, you're going to be able to turn on and off the automatic VOX transmissions, okay? So what that essentially means is there's going to be a voice that's going to say your message in the chat. So I'll be able to hear it. Everybody will be able to hear it, especially as I'm doing these unboxings. You want to do it's an exclamation point VOX on. So it should be on by default. I'll turn it on in a second, but I wanted to give you guys a heads up so you understand how this works, okay? We're trying this out tonight, and I'm turning it on. Now, how it works is the first message that it picks up, it will do it, and then 10 seconds later, it will pick up the next message in the queue. So if there's multiple messages, it's going to get your message, but I'm trying to space it out enough so it doesn't spam everything with the chat, okay? So again, this is going to be, I'm going to turn this on in a second, okay? But I wanted you guys to be aware of how this works. So I need you to essentially moderate yourselves with this, okay? Now when we have moderators in here, they're going to be able to silence somebody if it gets a little bit too crazy, but I'm setting it up now when I'm doing these live unboxings so that it's automatic and it's going to pick up your chat. So if you, the reason why I have VOX on and VOX off is if you're talking to somebody and you're having a conversation and you don't want it to go to the chat, maybe it's just a reply to Neo and his miniatures, or it's a reply to somebody saying, hey, I picked up these figures. You don't necessarily need me to hear that. You're going to do VOX, exclamation point VOX off, and then you type in your message, and you can keep typing. And when you want it to go back on, you do exclamation point VOX on, okay? So, again, this is going to be really cool. I wanted a way to have interactive chats with you guys, especially because I don't have super chats on. I don't have memberships. I want all of you guys to feel like you're a part of what we're doing here. So I am going to turn it on, okay? So here we go. Hopefully it doesn't pick up all of the messages that we've been talking, but here we go. So automatic VOX is on right now. So you guys will hear as it starts to pick up. So if anybody wants to type in a message, you'll be able to hear. It should pick it up. Shouldn't pick up that, but that's okay. So again, I want to try this out, make sure it's working as we're going through this. And again, the really cool thing about this is I want it available to be able to have chat come up. You're going to see it type across the screen on the bottom. And then whatever you type in, so Same Time Toys, if you, there you go.
Transmission from Same Time Toys for the Emperor.
Cool. So that's how it's going to work. Okay. So I can move this around too, because I think that's not in the greatest place. So let me move this so you guys can see, so it's not in the way. Hold on. So everybody should, and as you're talking, again, it's going to come over.
Transmission from Jacobine's Blood for the Blood God.
So again, we'll see how this works out and how you guys like it, okay? I think it's going to work out. I think it's going to be really cool. But I want to make sure that you guys understand how the commands work, how everything is working. And essentially, like I said, if you're talking...
Transmission from Andy the Collector. Are you going to open Black Templars next time?
No, I'm not, Andy. I am not going to be doing...
Transmission from Same Time Toys. Wraith is the 5th Chaos God.
Again, you're going to hear it picks up and does different enunciations throughout the entire time. Now, I can change this voice from a male to a female. I have lots of different voices that we can use. So right now, this name, the gentleman's name, who is the Vox controller, is Callus, C-A-L-L-U-S. So Callus is doing the work of the Emperor tonight for us. So I want to make sure, again, you guys understand how this works.
Transmission from Gundam Tabasco 3819. As much as these figures cost, they should have all came with soft goods.
I agree. Well, I wouldn't say I agree. Well, the nice thing is...
Transmission from the crusty old crow. To get to Kadia, turn left now.
So again, going back to what Gundam Bosco says, I don't know about that. I would say the nice thing about ForgeKnight is you can buy these soft goods for pretty cheap. It's not super expensive. It's maybe 15, 20 bucks at the most, maybe 25 on some of them. But they make an absolutely massive upgrade on these figures. So I would 100% say that I think that these are worth it for the upgrades. As far as like if they should come with the figures, I don't know. Like I said, that's really for you guys to decide. I'm fine with it. I just don't like the I don't like essentially what has happened with how we've gotten collector's edition figures, right, with different paint and stuff like that. So that's really the biggest issue that I have overall with it. So all right, let me move. This is the Vox message selected. This is this. I want to move this message over to the side here.
Transmission from the Celestial Wolf 1118. Is ForgeKnight website back up and fully operational?
No, it is not, Celestial Wolf. I talked to ForgeKnight MaxBird. He's in the process of getting his website back up and running. So he should have it up pretty soon, was what he said to me. So we'll see. But again, right now it's not up and running for him. So I think there's some payment issue that he had. But he should have it back up and running within, I believe, the next couple of weeks. So I picked these up right before he had the problem with the payment system. And so he should have it back up and running pretty soon. So, all right, so let's move this stuff over. One sec. And then we're going to start looking at the figures and everything. So, oh, no, we want to keep that there. That's the gaming chat. We want to keep that there. Yeah, and then I would love your guys' feedback after this live stream. Let me know what you guys think overall of this Vox chat? Is this something that you guys enjoy?
Transmission from Andy the Collector. I saw something about ForgeKnight starting to sell on AliExpress. Anyone else see that?
Alright, there we go. Let me see this. Message selected below. Make sure that this is okay. That should be good. I'm just moving some stuff around here and then we'll get to the stuff. I just want to make sure that this is good. Yes, this should be solid. Box message select. Screen tint is over there. Box background. Oh, that's what it was. So move it down just a little bit. All right, good. So we're ready to go. Again, don't feel like you guys can't chat, right? Again, you can do Vox on and off. I want to hear your guys' messages as we're doing this. Again, if you guys don't want to have your messages spoken, again, you have that option with the messaging. Also, if you guys really don't like this, I can do like I've done before, where after I do kind of the review unboxing of these figures, I can then have Vox chat off and then I can highlight your guys' chat.
Transmission from the Celestial Wolf 1118. Did you fix Dorn's power pack? Last I remember, you glued it on, making the cape removal difficult.
Yes, Celestial Wolf. I actually did.
Transmission from the crusty old crow. WraithMace. I know I am AI, but I appreciate you. Hit the like button, meatbags.
Actually, this is not an AI system. This is just using something called StreamerBot. So it's a bot system that's set up with preordained message, well, pre-set up voice cognition. So, but we'll start with Dorn. So to answer Celestial Wolf's question, did I pull off his power pack? Yes, I did. Little issue with it, but I did wind up getting it off. And the issue was the fact that it was still glued on, and so I was able to get it off. It snapped a tiny bit in there, so I'm going to glue it on after this. But overall, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, there's a tiny little portion of it that broke. So
Transmission from Primarch Lone. Soup Wraith.
What's up, Mr. Lone? Let me know what you think about the Vox chat. I know we had it. So we're going to use this also when we do gaming streams too.
Transmission from Same Time Toys. You can use the Vox, or you can use me to pull up the chat anytime.
Absolutely. So that's the cool thing. Again, I want to see, we're going to do this tonight. We're going to use the Vox system with, especially the gaming streams are going to be much easier, because one of the things when I do like gaming, I have to Alt-Tab out to highlight your guys' chat. Now, though, I can use my streamer deck, so I can just press a button on that to highlight your particular message. So, what is up, Mr. Jocko Beans? Soup Wraith. But anyway, so we're going to start with Dorn. So this is the standard version of Dorn. This is not the upgraded version or the newer version of Dorn that came out, the collector's edition, right? So I think this is still a great figure. One of the things that I wound up doing was, and you guys have seen this in my collection before, I wound up picking the helmeted version up of Dorn. So I think that this is a perfect upgrade for him. Let me move the Vox transition 1 second. I'm gonna move this down just a little bit. But talking about Dorn, he's actually turned out to be one of my more favorite Primarchs figures that's come out.
Transmission
So
from
pretty
Same
cool.
Time Toys. This could make gaming streams absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the gaming stream is going to be awesome with the Vox chat. It's going to make it so much easier to do stuff and to talk to you guys as we're doing stuff. So I'm really excited about what that's going to do for the gaming stream. So that I'm very excited about. So overall, I think this is a huge upgrade to what I've been doing. And yeah, like I said, it really comes down to you guys if you like this. I think it's cool. I think that we just need to tweak it a little bit to make sure that it's working in the way that you guys understand it, and you understand how essentially you're going to be doing the controls for it. But when I game stream, it's going to be a little bit different. I'll have more control over it, or when it's like a particular like crazy portion of the game, I'll be able to kind of control what's actually going on from that perspective. So that makes me happy. So I think, again, I think this is a great system to have. I think it's just a matter of messing around with it and figuring out the ins and outs of what we actually want to do with it. So I think this is pretty cool. All right. So, all right. So Dorn here. Again, I had glued the power pack onto him, which is actually pretty funny now because it's actually really secure, even though a tiny portion of the power pack broke off. But overall, I think he's awesome. I'm actually surprised that I really enjoy. I think the helm for him from WOG Toys is a huge part of why I like him. I think this really completes the set. Now, the other portion, as I'm going to bring out his cloak, let me find it first. So this is Russ's. I think this is, yeah, this is going to be Dorn. Now, Dorn is going to be the least ostentatious of all of them to be able to put, and the least complicated tonight. So Dorn's is going to be pretty easy. I'm pretty happy. I was thinking of leaving it to last, but yeah, it's definitely something awesome looking. Look at the dude; it looks so awesome. Look at that, and then you guys are going to see how easy it is to actually put these on. Also, if you guys want, you go to MaxBird's website, and this is the inside of the cloak. We got the 7th Legion of the Imperial Fists, and we got the, well, it's not the official insignia of Warhammer, but oh, I didn't even realize there's little metal beads on the edges of the cloak, and this is all gold leafing that's on this. So this looks awesome. And again, the nice thing about these is these are all wired, dude. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. Before, while I was thinking of getting this or looking at these, I was never a soft goods guy. So this is something that's recently with ForgeKnight that I decided to do. But in the past, I would never have. When I collected G.I. Joe Class, one of the reasons why I didn't get Mezco figures really was because of that. Because I didn't really care for the soft goods. I have one Mezco figure, the Punisher, and that was it. So what we're doing right now is we're taking off his shoulders from there, and then we're going to also pull off his cloak. Now his cloak is attached, so what that essentially means is once you do this, you cannot put his cloak back on. So if you're going the route of the soft goods, that's, well, you can kind of get it on there. If you see it, you see there's pegs for where the cloak can go, right? So you can get this back on there. You're just going to have to glue it on, and you just have to be very careful about how you're pulling this off. I probably should be heating this up beforehand, but I don't really care because I'm not going to be getting another, I'm not going to be putting Dorn original cloak on here. Once the soft goods cloak is on here, you guys are going to see how amazing it looks. So, all right, so we're going to take his weapons out of his hands to make this a little bit easier. So let's see, and this massive chainsword that he has.
Transmission from Sig Toy Arts. I switched out my Dorn head for a bald marine with a breathing mask. I pretend it's a warp mix of Dorn and Sigismund come back from the warp. It's dope, even if it's heretical.
That's pretty cool. Well, dude, like I said, I personally, for me, I love having helmeted heads for all of my JOYTOY figures, period. All of my Space Marines, and especially for the Primarchs. So the Primarchs, I always wind up picking up a helmeted head either from Toyverse or from WOG Toys. I love this helmeted head. I think it's absolutely awesome. But I'm totally, dude, that's totally awesome. Like I said, I'm in the same boat. I love having my Primarchs with helms. Now, you can see a little bit of the plastic ripped off, the rubber plastic on his shoulder. Now, if you guys don't want to deal with that, all you got to do is just heat this up. Either heat it up or throw it in some hot water, and the cloak will come right off. It'll come right out of this portion of the peg. I don't really care because I'm not going to be swapping this cloak, the soft goods cloak, out. and I'm not reselling any of my figures, so I don't give a shit. All right, so Cloak goes on really simply. Really
Transmission
simply.
from Sig Toy Arts. That's the warp for ya.
Exactly, Sig Toy Arts. So one of the cool things is this goes on super easy. This goes on absolutely super easy. It just goes into the peg slots here on the figure, and that's pretty much it. And then you're just going to sit the power pack on here, and that's it. And we're just going to reinstall his shoulders, and well, we'll take the power pack off to make it easier. But that's pretty much it. Look at the shoulders of him too. These are such... Even though this is not the collector's edition, I still think that this is such an awesome figure. Dorn, again, was not one of my favorite Primarchs. But the figure looks amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. So again, all we're going to do is we're going to take the pegs for the shoulders, pop them back on. This is probably the only annoying part about this, because these pegs are awesome, but they have so much movement in them. So you got to get it enough where you can push. I guess you could do it like that, but I'm worried about pushing it too far down. I guess I could do it like that. No, you're not going to be... You got to get it at like the perfect angle to be able to hold the pressure. There we go. There we go, and we got it. So there we go. We got one shoulder pad on him. This is shoulder armor, and we're going to get the other one on right now. If I'm a little bit lucky here, I can just push this in.
Transmission from Jocko Beans.
There we go.
More like Dorn caught some space fleas and his hair fell out.
That too, Jocko. It's very possible. So, dude, look at how awesome this looks, man. Dude, absolutely amazing. And again, you're not going to see... I'll probably even take some... I'll take a hairdryer or my heat gun to this and get rid of that. But you can't
Transmission from Sig Toy Arts.
Look how awesome
I bought him because I have the Imperial Fists army, and that armor is so epic.
Oh, dude. Sig Arts, did you get the upgraded armor pieces for him as well? Because they have that on Toyverse, and they had it for a little while on WOG Toys. But it upgrades his shoulders.
Transmission
back,
from
everything.
Same Time Toys. Everyone watch. Wraith is breaking his toys.
I am not breaking my stuff. But look at this, dude. And then we're just going to throw his chainsword in his hand and his special boy bolter. This version has both of his hands.
Transmission from Sig Toy Arts. I didn't.
Okay. Okay. I'm interested in finding someone who did pick up the armor and to see how much better or how much of an upgrade it actually is for him. So I'm still on the lookout to find somebody. Dude, I love this cloak. And this looks awesome on him also, dude. So cool. I might iron out a couple of the things, just use some steam to get a little bit of the patterns out. But dude, look how amazing this looks. Now, obviously, we have to swap out the head, right? The head is okay. It's fine, right? It is what it does the job, but we're going to swap this out. Where is this?
Transmission from Same Time Toys. Dorn became one of my favorites somehow.
Yeah, dude, he's actually, like I said, I think it's just the armor and just his overall look of him. Oh, he even has I didn't even realize this. He has an Adam's apple on the sculpt of the neck. So that's pretty cool. See that? The head sculpts are great from JOYTOY. Just sometimes they don't have enough paint on them. Like, for instance, my Jagatai Khan came with
Transmission from Sig Toy Arts.
Right.
I don't see how it can be any better. Sigistorn looks badass.
Now, did you Toyers, are you thinking of getting the collector's edition Dorn? Have you gotten him? I think the collector's edition too. God damn, that looks so cool. Look at the cloak, dude. So awesome.
Transmission from Jocko Beans. Oh, look, Dorn looking like Ferris right now.
Dude, he looks so good. Oh my goodness, dude.
Transmission from Same Time Toys. Dorn is all man baby.
Dude, he looks great. He looks great, man. Again, like I said, the upgrade... The
Transmission from Sig Toy Arts.
20 bucks.
Nope.
It's not that expensive. It's really not that expensive. So, um,
Transmission from Gundam Tabasco 3819.
So,
TTS made him one of my favorites.
yeah, I agree too. All right, so he looks great. Wow.
Transmission from the Celestial Wolf 1118. The alternate armor you can get for Dorn on WoW Toys.
Yeah.
The different shoulders and chest, or the Collector's Edition. Because I have the Collectors. Transmission from Joey Doll 9594. What up, dude?
What's up, Joey? What's going on, man? So, I think that this looks awesome.
Transmission from
this
Dre
looks really
2D2. Always liked that Dorn had simple weapons.
Yeah, again, a bolter, simple bolter, and his chainsword. So, this looks great. Dude, I think this looks awesome. I think this looks really, really good. Again, it's a wired cloak, so you can easily get him positioned or however you want to. This looks so cool. It looks so good. Again, I think that these are awesome cloaks by ForgeKnight. I love, obviously, the helm and the cloak is really what sells this figure for me. I think this is an absolutely awesome upgrade, and I would recommend anybody pick this up. Now, what's funny is I've glued the back on, and I cracked it a tiny bit, but it's actually on much more. It's on way better than it was prior to this. So this looks awesome. So Dorn is great. So let me look at the chat really quickly. Let me see what you guys think. Again, there is his standard version, which is a little torn on his shoulder. Again, you guys, if you do want to pick this up and you do want to keep this without tearing it, you just got to use
Transmission from Joey Doll. I love the lion one by ForgeKnight.
Oh, see, that one I did not pick up. I did not grab the lion. So I'm... Chainsword's bigger
Transmission
than you.
from
Yeah,
Same Time Toys. Simple. His chainsword is bigger than you.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to turn off box chat just for a second because I am sitting down and I want to talk to you guys. But yeah, I think overall, I think this is a great look for Dorn. I love the soft goods cloak. I think it's great. I think it's a appropriate upgrade for him. I would still be interested in maybe picking up the shoulder pads armor, which kind of makes his shoulders look like a cathedral, right? And an upgraded chest armor for him. Essentially, I think that's supposed to represent what the Emperor left him as one of his gifts. Like Gilliman got the sword of the Emperor. So essentially, he got the armor of the Emperor. So I'm very interested. I think I might actually, if it's up for sale, Celestial Wolf, is it still up for sale on WoW Toys? So if it's not, I'll have to look around and see. Let me get Mr. Andy the Collector's comment here.
Transmission from Andy the Collector. I know I'm really gonna want Sanguinius after this.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Joey Doll.
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594. Highly recommend the lion one, dude. Helps with articulation.
Yeah, you know, now that I'm getting all of the cloaks, all of the soft goods for the Primarchs, really, I think that's what I'm going to do. Recon Rage, I'm stealing it for Recon Rage. He's the one who essentially really got me onto trying out the soft goods. And so at this point, who am I missing? I'm missing one for Mortarion. I don't know if they made one for Mortarion. I don't think they made one for Angron. You know what's hysterical? They made one for the Nemesis Dreadnought. I have two of them. I have two of them still that I have to put on. So, yeah, let me see. What is he saying?
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, IDK about those cathedral ones personally, but I do like the standard though.
Yeah, it's interesting. I do want to see how it's going to look on him. Oh, he's, yeah, no, this is, we just started, Joey.
Transmission from Joey Doll 98590. Have you already gotten to Sanguinius, or is he next?
He is, so All right. I'm gonna leave Sanguinius for the end because he is the most intricate and has the most stuff to do with him. We're going to do Leman Russ next. We'll do Russ next. This is what I have to highlight.
Transmission from Jocko Beans. For Mortarion,
Yep.
just rip off some wings off a stuffed Tinkerbell and glue him on.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. But Dorn looks awesome. So again, soft goods cloak looks amazing on him. When I saw Dorn with this, especially with the way by the way, I have Valdor, soft goods cloak on Valdor, and upgraded helm, upgraded weapon on him. His upgraded weapon looks absolutely amazing. So, all right, there goes Dorn. We're going to swing over to Russ, and I'll bring him in here now, and I will turn back on Vox Chat now. And it's back on here.
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594.
So here we
at
go.
Jockonians LMAO.
So here is Russ. All right. So just like our boy Dorn, let me bring him up a little bit too here. Just like Dorn, right? I have the unhelmeted head on him, but I have his helmeted head. Now in my collection, I actually had two different helms from WOG Toys of Russ. There was one that had like some hair coming out the top of it, like a top knot. But I wound up giving that one away. I think it was around Christmas time.
Transmission from JOYTOY Arts.
For Discord.
Waiting on click to see full view. Imperial Fists, Darnath Lysander.
Oh yeah, dude, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594.
So,
oops, fat fingered it.
So again, this is not the collector's editions, right? You can easily tell because there's no blood on
Transmission
his
from
weapons.
Gundam Tabasco 3819. Can't wait for the ForgeKnight website to go
dude.
back up.
A lot
I
of
need
people
bees,
can't wait.
capes.
Dude, a lot of people can't wait for the ForgeKnight website to go back up. You can check them out on make sure you guys go to their YouTube
Transmission
channel,
from Joey Doll 9594. What you think the best helmets of the Primarchs that you actually have in hand?
So, we're gonna get. I have two. For
Transmission
Sanguinius.
from Andy the Collector.
I
If
like
you do the
Dorns.
Vox voice Wraith, will it still mispronounce names?
If I said it to. If I said it to do that, yes.
Transmission from JOYTOY Arts. LOL.
So, you guys are killing me. All right, so here is Russ, right? The one, actually, I want to see this because.
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594. Wait,
Cool.
ForgeKnight's down? Haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, ForgeKnight's website's down. There's something wrong with the payment system for him, so.
Transmission from Jocko Beans.
All right, so
new
here's his
betting
cloak.
pool. Who will mispronounce more? Wraith or Calispot?
Probably Wraith still. Probably Wraith. I think Callus
Transmission
is
from
actually gonna have a
Shrades
pretty
4919.
good record
LOL.
doing it. So this looks cool. All right, so here all right, so Russ has two port. Actually, he does. That's so cool. I was about to say, I wish that they would have like a holder for his extra axe, his hatchet, but they actually have it on here. God damn, this looks cool. All right, so can I do this without pulling his cloak off? Probably. I might actually be able to do this without taking his old cloak off. And that doesn't look too bad. It's all going to depend on how much room is going to be needed. I think I can do it. Yeah, I think I can do it. And then his shoulder, how does this go? This shoulder piece, it looks like... Oh, it goes on his... Does it go on his shoulder blades? Shoulder pads? How does this work?
Transmission from Shrades 4919.
Oh,
Nice
it
cloak.
does. So it goes on the back there, just like that. Okay. I see how it works. So this is going to be... So this is the upper portion of it. So it sits on his shoulders. That's interesting.
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594.
That's cool.
Hey, I'd take the old cloak off personally, but that's me though.
Yeah. I don't mind it, to be honest with you, Joey. I don't mind having the old cloak on there. It adds a little bit more texture. Because when I went to... Because you can go also to... By the way, guys, make sure you go to MaxBird's YouTube website and MaxBird on Instagram and subscribe to him. Because on his YouTube site, he actually has reviews. Well, not just reviews, but he shows you actually how to put these on. So, and then his latest stuff, you can follow him there easily on his Instagram and YouTube, because he's posting all of his new stuff that's going to be coming out when his store goes back online. So MaxBird on YouTube is going to be the place to check him out. But yeah, I think I'm
Transmission from Jocko Beans.
Let's see.
Mixed on that cloak. Looks cool while also looking like he skinned a rat.
That's why I want to be honest with you, I want to keep the old cloak on there as well. Let's get the hatchet out of there. But this looks so cool. Look at the back of the cloak. All of this is
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594. Would the double cloaks make it harder to put the backpack on with a larger gap with both, though?
I don't think so, Joey. That's what we're going to try now and we're going to see. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so. Because where the power pack sits, it sits up high, and where the extra bulk is really happening is down here, right? It's here that where the extra bulk is happening. Power pack is attached really up top, and so it shouldn't really affect the additional. It shouldn't really have any additional bulk, to be honest with you. I don't think, at least. So here we go with. And we're going to take, by the way, his weapons are still amazing looking. Very much, if you're a World of Warcraft fan, looks very much like Shadowmourne. Awesome weapons. And his
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594.
So there's his
At Jocko Beans, LMAO. Skinned rat. LMFAO.
So, alright. So he comes. So we're going to see. Does his shoulder pads come? Do they need to come off? I'm a little unsure exactly how this works here. So,
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594.
I would think it goes like
oh
this.
Yeah, fair. That sword kinda does.
Yeah, Joey. I always like get away from the game for a little while, but I've been playing World of Warcraft for like 20 plus years. Recently, I dropped it and I stopped playing World of Warcraft. So, gotten away from the addiction of WoW for a little bit, but I still play a rogue. Been playing him since the true vanilla. For over 20 years, I've been playing World of Warcraft. So, let's see. We're going to pull his shoulder pad off. I don't think. So, this piece confuses me because it's got these little buttons, unless they well, maybe that's what it does. Does this button together? Oh shit, it buttons together. Okay, so this goes over. That's interesting. Okay, well, we're gonna take his head off anyway, because we're not gonna have his head on. So his head's coming off. So this is interesting. So this piece actually buttons together over here. So I wonder how this is gonna work. So this would go just on here. I don't even need to take the shoulders off, to be honest with you. This is actually going to be a pretty easy install. So this just goes over the front here. Oh, I see. And he actually measured it really good. Because
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594. Only thing I didn't like about the lion one was putting the tail back on. Figuring that out was annoying and didn't work well, so sometimes this extra bits are weird in MaxBird stuff.
Yeah, I had that issue with, who was it? It was a recent one that I did. There we go, and it just clips together like
Transmission
that.
from Gundam Tabasco 19.
Okay.
Are you sure that small piece isn't for his waist?
Oh, maybe it is for his waist. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know, see, that's why
Transmission
I like
from Joey
here.
Doll 9594.
Yeah, I think this is...
Wait a minute. That's Ferris that lost his head. Russ is still alive and kicking.
Not in my lord, he ain't. Well, he's got his helm on now. Alright, so actually you're right. It does go around his waist. So it's a waist piece for him. Interesting. Huh. how does this work then? I guess this just goes like this. I don't know. I'm going to keep this off for now because I don't know if I like that waist piece, to be honest with you. I like his
Transmission from Joey
WWE
Doll
belt.
9594.
So we'll put the shoulder
That's a good
here.
point, actually. Might be for the waist.
Yeah, I think it is for the waist. I think it is for the waist. I'm going to look at the...
Transmission from Andy the Collector. Is it for his waist or a beard?
Yeah. Do me a favor. Somebody check really quickly MaxBird's YouTube. Just type in MaxBird Russ, and you'll come up with the installation guide for him. And somebody go to there and tell me if this is supposed to be on his shoulders, across around his neck, or is this supposed to be, that piece supposed to be for his waist? I think it might be for his waist, to be honest with you. But somebody go there, check out that really quickly. It's a really quick video, and let me know what you think. I probably should have checked those out beforehand. There we go. We snapped
Transmission
this back
from
on.
Jocko Beans. It's his Ratatouille wig.
All right, so where's his hand? Hand came off. Where does hand go? Oh, it almost fell to the ground. If it fell to the ground, then that shit would have been lost for tonight. So we're going to throw his hand on. All right, so cloak is just going to go on the back here. I'm not taking off this old one. I want to see how this is going to situate. So this is just going to go into here. All right, pop this on here. And I think that the power pack is not actually going to have any problem going on with the two cloaks on, to be honest with you. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't have any problem. Again, you can take the shield off, so it's a little easier. Push on. Yeah. Well, the only problem is the cloak, it doesn't have any room to move, so I'm going to have to take this off.
Transmission from Joey Doll
Not a big deal.
9594.
So let's
I will
pull-
say these cloth figs are easier to figure out than another
There
thing
we
I
go.
have these high-end art pieces that come nude, and the only way to figure out how it assembles is the pics and vids.
So that's hysterical, Joe. One of the cool things right here is you can see as I pulled that cloak off of him, this one came off clean. So we can see the tabs for this is still here. So if I ever want to reinstall this, all I have to do is pop this on here, throw a little couple drops of glue on there, and it's going to go back on completely. So again, you probably should heat these up beforehand if you do plan on putting them back on. I have no interest in putting these back, so these are always going to stay like this for me. So we'll see in the future what this holds. But again, for me, I'm gonna keep yeah, oh yeah, this fits much better. You can't have the older cloak still on there. Now how does this actually work? Does this go on to here? Oh, does this have a tab? I was gonna say, does this have a tab here or something to be able to hold it down? How does he hold these down? This was an interesting one. I don't know. Maybe this does help hold it down. Maybe this goes over this and over. No, I don't think it does, because then it would clog up the entire power pack. I don't think that goes like that. I got to figure out how this. I guess this would go down. He sends this little sticky pieces. I would assume that you can use that to keep the shoulder pieces of the cloak down. Yeah, I would think so, because if not, the shoulder pieces are just gonna, from the cloak is just gonna sit up there. But it looks good. And then we get the hatchet.
Transmission from Joey Doll 9594. Oh, that's nice. The lion one definitely doesn't do that. Not really a way to put it back on. But
Oh,
it
that
is
sucks.
way more restricted with the plastic ones anyways. So I don't
Yeah.
want to anyways.
I haven't had too many issues where, really, I mean, Dorn's the first one where he's actually, the plastic piece broke off on the tabs, but this looks really awesome from the backside. Again, I'm gonna have to look at the top of the shoulders, how this fits. There's got to be something that holds this down. I'm missing how this holds it down. Maybe it has something to do with this extra piece here. Maybe it has something to do with that. I feel like this actually does look like a waist piece, to be honest with you, though. I don't know if his how this would go on, though. I don't know. I'm going to have to mess around with this. This one is going to take a little more work for it to be fully integrated, I feel like.
Transmission from Andy the Collector.
Put this back
With
on.
strokey hand, I don't think I could get the soft goods on, and am not asking for help to dress up my toys.
No, all right. Well, in your instance, yes, Jocko. I think that is definitely a constraint for the figures with the strokey hand. But I think these are awesome upgrades so far. Again, the Dorn one is great. This one is a little bit confusing with how the pieces go on his shoulders. Yeah, I gotta figure this out. But overall, it looks pretty cool. The one thing about this cloak, though, is it isn't wired. So this cloak is not wired for Russ, so it kind of just sits there. Which isn't that bad because it's such a small cloak overall. So, yeah, not bad. So there we go. That is the cloak for Russ. I gotta find out what this is supposed to be around his waist. I assume that this is going to go around his waist. I don't know how that's going to look, though. And again, this was the original cloak. This is still a good-looking cloak, man. This is still an awesome cloak that JOYTOY made. And it has all the extra accoutrement on here. It has this. I'm very happy that the new cloak has the hatchet holder on here. And again, from the backside, the cloak looks absolutely awesome. I just have to mess around and figure out how to work this. So, all right, there is the sword. Let's put his. What did I have? I had the sword in his right hand, I think. Yeah, we had the sword in his right hand. Let's take off his hand to make this a little bit easier. So far, out of the two that I've opened up, I definitely like Dorn the most. I think Dorn's the best. Alright, and there's that, and there's the axe. And there we go. Yeah, it's not wired. It's not wired on that portion. So, let's check out why the Auto Vox isn't working. So let's see. Yeah, it's a little weird that that actually doesn't come off. Oh, first problem with the Vox system. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just stopped because it's overloaded, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. We're going to have to actually check it out and see. We're going to leave Russ here for a second while I troubleshoot really quickly on our Vox system. Maybe we'll see what's going on here. One quick second, guys. Let's see. Alrighty, so yeah, he looks really awesome. Like I said, I'm gonna have to figure out. I'll look at the video later of the installation on MaxBird's YouTube page and figure out how this is supposed to go. I feel like this might be a waist piece, because of how this is situated, how this tabard goes down. And there's like a little split in it, so I feel like this is a tabard that goes around his waist. Not sure if I really like that, to be honest with you. Maybe it goes like this, and the tabard piece is in the back. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look this up. Out of the two of them, and I'll bring Dorn over right now so we can look at Dorn. I have a feeling that Magnus is probably going to be the best looking one. I have a very funny feeling about that. So Lone would be very happy. So here we go. Here is Dorn and our boy Russ. So overall, very cool. Again, a little bit weird that the Russ one does not have any wiring in his cloak, which is a little bit weird. I suppose it's because it's so short compared to the other ones. So interesting. Let me just continue this. I'm just doing some troubleshooting while we're talking. Yep, still running. Let me see if I can restart this. Let's just restart this really quick. Alright, we're closing that out and we'll restart it up. And we'll see if that fixes the issue. Which I hope it does. Again, it's a new system, so we're going to have a little bit of bugs here and there. But I'm glad to try it out now and to see exactly if there are any problems. We can fix them and move on. Now, where is my chat? Here it is. Let's see. No, still not working. Interesting. Meh, not a big deal. I can still highlight the message. I think actually the message still gets highlighted. So we can still have the messages highlighted there. Sure looks like a waist piece could maybe be fudged to pull over the... It's possible.
Transmission from Art by Ackerman.
How did
it's
that
a nude
work?
system.
What's up, Mr. Art by Ackerman? What's up, dude? Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know. Maybe it's because... I don't know. I don't know. We're going to leave it on and we'll see exactly what it is. Got to keep the body warm on Fenris. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I wonder if there's a maximum amount of messages that somebody can do. Interesting. Okay. All right. So here is Dorn. Here is Russ. I think right now, I think Russ is probably second. I think Dorn is probably the best. I do like Russ's. But again, Curtis, this is the one that that Carlos was talking about last night on Thad, that he was saying you definitely need to pick up. So what's cool about this soft goods cloak is it does have the piece to be able to hold his hatchet on his back of this cloak. And then obviously I got the armored helm for Mr. Leman Russ, and that's his weapons. He's got knife, and obviously he is a Viking type warrior. The only problem with this is there is no wired cloak on this portion. So, don't let your kids chainsword. Yes, I probably won't. All right, so there's Russ. We're gonna put him onto the side, and we're going to. I still think as of right now, I think that Dorn is my favorite. All right, so next one. I don't know if Mr. Lone is still here, but here we go with. I'm gonna have to bring this out actually because this guy is freaking tall. All right, so here's Magnus. Right now, in my collection, I do not have Magnus being shown like this. I have Magnus with his amazing looking helm from. Look at this thing, dude. This is absolutely amazing looking, and I think that this fits Magnus's persona perfectly. Why are you doing that? But this looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think that this is crazy ostentatious, and it looks absolutely great. Absolutely great. I don't know why I keep losing focus on the camera, but there we go. There we go. Just gotta bring it in closer. But again, from WOG Toys, this looks really good. I think this looks awesome. All right, so here is Magnus. Probably one of the least favorite Primarchs that JOYTOY has come out with. I don't feel like he is. You can probably get him for pretty cheap right now. I remember when I bought him, right, I think about 6 months after he came out. I think I wound up getting him for like 85 bucks. So he was pretty cheap considering everything. He was definitely cheaper. But let me see what you're saying here. I think Magnus might be the one I had. Might be one I'd have no helm on, but that is super sick though. Yeah, I love that helm. Did Russ soft goods come with the fleas? It did, and I'm using anti-flea stuff right now on the collection table, or you guys would see fleas all over the place. It would be quite disgusting. So, yes, Damn those heretics. Call in the Grey Knights. We are the Hammer. Yes, we're being sabotaged by the Force of Chaos. That's what it feels like, Celestial Wolf. I gotta figure out. I think that maybe the system got overloaded with the messaging. But it's fine by me. I'll figure it out after this. So no big deal. We'll keep the Vox on just so you guys can see your chats come across the bottom. I'll fix Callum to be able to talk. But I think the chat thing is awesome. All right, here we go with Magnus. Now Magnus's cloak, I think he has 2 portions of it. Yeah, I think he does. He has one for his shoulder. Actually, he has a lot. Oh shit, he has a lot of pieces. Okay, so he has a back skirt. Oh yeah, he has a full-on skirt. Wow. All right, let's put this over on the side, and we'll take a look. Blake got to me, guys. My next figure I'm ordering is an Ultramarine. No, what Ultramarine are you getting? Are you getting are you getting Guilliman? Is that who you're getting? If you get Guilliman, then that's understandable. All right, so how does his cloak come off? Oh man, this one definitely. I feel. Oh, his shoulders are not. Oh, weird. I just realized that one shoulder pad that he has of his is not articulated. So, very interesting. Kind of sad too. I do like Magnus. Not my favorite. It's still cool though. I think whenever Logar pops up, he'd be one I'd be less interested to jump on and get, because F that dude, but I do want them all. I think everybody is going to wind up getting all of them, to be honest with you. Don't fall for it, Andy. No, Andy, don't. If you get an Ultramarine, if it's Guilliman, then that's okay. So this is going to be peeling off. So this is the only portion. We're going to take his hands off right now with these bracers, because this winds up popping off a lot. So how does this come off? So he has this, which goes across the top of his head, and then this is okay, cool. So this piece here is actually going to stay on, so we're not going to be touching the little seal. Looks like an Egyptian seal here, so we're not going to be touching this portion underneath here. So his cloak just needs to come off. So this is going to pop off. I can see where the tab portion of this is. Okay. And again, I'm just working it out of the figure. There's definitely, and there we go. Came right out. Look at that. Look at that. It didn't even break. That's just glue that's in there. That's not actually plastic. But I was able to actually, didn't even heat it up. Just worked it back and forth, and it came right out. And then I can feel the tab portion is still here, so I should be able to easily glue this back in. So that's awesome. So, and then the only other piece that still needs to come off, we're going to take off his head, and we'll leave it on the side, is just this little corner piece. And again, I want to work this off to be able to come off as well. So, Curtis, any interest in picking up Magnus? And again, same thing. I'm just working it back and forth to be able to loosen the glue that's on here and to pull this off. That's interesting. There we go, and it pops right off. Very cool. And we can still, you can still stick it back on there. I'm trying to get it to the camera, but it's so tiny, it's hard. Maybe losing focus, but there it is. That's the piece. It's pegged in, so you can be able to take it off. And this back piece here, this is still going to stay on him. So yeah, so that is all the pieces to take off, and I was able to take them off without actually ruining the plastic. So if I do, or you guys do want in the future to be able to pop these on, it's pretty easy to be able to do it. So the Captain in Gravis armor, I keep seeing him for great prices on AliExpress. Oh man, it's all starting, Andy. It just starts with 1. Not my absolute favorite chapter, but since they are the poster boards, I ended up getting a bunch, probably a bit over 100 figs for the Smurfs. Oh, god damn it. SM2 figures, that should read... The SM2 figures are great. I'll be honest with you. Those, I actually really wish that we got other chapters in them. That's why I wound up picking up that White Scars figure very recently. That was an unbelievable great figure. So, alright, so it looks like this is going to go on pretty easily. So this is going to be his waist piece that's going to go on. We can bring it in a little bit closer. This dude is so freaking tall. So this is just going to go around his waist. You can see he's got that little book there. We got one of the pieces here, one of the pieces there. And then this is just going to go around his waist. I don't think that we're going to have to touch the belt. No, that's not going to have to come off. So this is just going to go like this. And this is all wired. Unlike Russ, this entire... Wow. Jesus, dude. Holy crap. Yeah, this thing is entirely wired. Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting. Wow, he totally wired. So he has his little dress piece on here. Well, they went all out with the designs on this thing, too. I mean, overall, this thing looks crazy good. Look at the designs that he put on this. Wow. The scarab. Is that the six-sided star? Is that six sides? That's six sides. He's got his eye symbol here. He's got some, looks like Egyptian writing, even though it's not Egyptian. And then on the other side, he's also got that scarab. And then we got some more stuff. Wow, this, just the apron piece alone is pretty crazy. So, alright, so this is just going to go around his waist. Wow. Alright, so that is around his waist. It's quite a lot. And then this is the headpiece. So this is interesting. How the hell is this going to go? Because he's got this shoulder here that's not... Oh, wow. Look at the back, dude. Oh, my goodness. Dude, the... I mean, these are not purity seals. They're like, I guess, Egyptian hieroglyphic seals on here. But these are so cool. It even has a parchment-like feel. Look at the design on this. And then we also get that scarab pendant, which we pulled off. So, and then we also get the two pieces that hang off. All of this is wired. So unlike Russ, his entire setup is wired. So I don't know why he has two holes here. Why does he have two holes there? It's not like he has a power pack. So this is going to go over the front here. And it looks like he's got a power sword and a power fist. I only own one Ultramarine Intercessor. I took the helmet off, put a Jack Blackhead from the... That's right. You put the picture in the WraithMace community. By the way, guys, make sure if you guys want to put some pictures in the WraithMace community, you get those up before Sunday so I can go over your figures and your collection. How does this work? Alright, so we got one shoulder over. This looks interesting. So this looks good. But the other piece... Oh, maybe this just hangs over this. Does this go like this? There's no way for it to go under the shoulder pad. So it's got to... Yeah, it's got to go like this. Holy shit, dude. These are all wired. All of this stuff is wired. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm going to have to take like something and push it down there. Well, look at that. We got his weapon here. Just push it down there. And then he's got that huge collar in the back here. Interesting. I mean, I guess that this is how it's supposed to sit. Alright, he's got no other pieces on here. He's got that cloth. Wow, he's got so much cloth. Now he looks like a proper caster boy. Now he looks like a proper caster boy. Alright, so let's get his bracers back on him. And we're going to see how he looks. And then we'll put the head on last. Very interesting. Push this down a little bit. I wonder if this does have the bottom piece. No. And so we'll throw on his other bracer here. And then this piece here. There we go. Wow. Alright, so... Wow. He's definitely part of... Dude, he's got... There's so much on here. There's so much stuff. I mean, it fits him. Look at this crazy... Now the helm looks even better. Because it looks absolutely insane. With the amount of ostentatious shit that he's got on him. Holy crap. Alright, so here is that. We're going to put his mage effect in his hand. And then his glaive type weapon. This thing keeps falling off. This is a pain in the ass. Oh, we're going to throw his scarab glaive back in his hand. And then we'll pop this forward. And then he'll have this on here. So there is... It's a lot. I'll be honest with you. It is a lot that he has. Now, looking at the back of this, again, I'm just going to have to mess around. What are these holes for? I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like this is supposed to be... Is it his horns? Did these come off? I feel like it's his horns. Oh, shit. It is. These massive tusks. I see what's supposed to happen. How did these even come off? Oh my god, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, it's definitely these two tusks. These two tusks come off. And then these holes on here would go into there. I am not doing that now because I guarantee you I'm going to tear those. Those would definitely be something that I would heat up to be able to mess around with. But man, dude. I wish if Lone was still in here, get his idea what he thinks about this. But wow, I mean, it definitely fits Magnus. All right, so let's go to the chat really quick. I want to see what you guys think about this one. This was a dark horse for me. I wasn't sure exactly how this one was going to look, but now I am committed. Now I am committed to getting all of them. So, I ended up putting some pics in. I guess I didn't put up some already. Anyways, put in my work in progress custom Kato. Oh, very cool. You're gonna play Vulcan 2 when it comes out, right? Okay, that looks sick with the helm. Yeah, the helm looks awesome. Not really a big fan of the soft goods for the waist. Legs just disappear. Yeah, I might try it without. The one cool thing though is. Yeah, I'm definitely not, Joey, I'm not going to be taking off the back piece. Now, the one good thing about the waist piece, Jocko, is because it's wired. You can mess around with it, and it can be really just opened up. So he literally looks like he's wearing a tutu. But you can just have it completely opened up. I know it's a little hard to see, but this looks pretty cool. Like it's Magnus. It's Magnus and the warp. And he looks like he is a little girly looking anyway. So this just helps accentuate that for him. So yeah, I mean, shit, dude. I love the helm. Absolutely love the helm. I think this works. All you gotta do is mess around a little bit with the apron and stuff, and the back of the cloak looks awesome. All of those hieroglyphics from the Egyptians on his back looks absolutely awesome. So freaking amazing. And yes, I love that helm. Fits him perfectly. Super ostentatious, and definitely fits something I feel like Magnus would be using. So all right, so right now I would have to say between the 3 of them that I've done, I think Dorn is still my favorite. I think Dorn is, I don't know if that's just because the figure is one of my favorite figures that JOYTOY has come out with for the Primarchs. Just very simple and looks great. But yeah, it's very interesting. All right, so we got We got Magnus there. We're going to put him to the side. And the last one is the one that's going to be probably the biggest pain in the ass. And that is our Great Angel. And that is Sanguinius. So let me pull this in a little bit more. There we go. Because Sanguinius, I'm going to have to pull a lot of shit off, man. A lot of shit off. I definitely want to play Bolkun too, but Kato is the one with the crest on his head. Oh, Balium Kadu, that's what I'm thinking of. He's the Bolkun guy. Did not make him, but he needs a pauldron change at least. Oh, okay. Danzo, the small holes in Magnus' cape was to add the feathers from his old cape. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, shit. Oh. Awesome, dude. Thank you for telling me that. Now I understand. Alright, cool. Let's pull these two off. These came off with no problem. Oh, I get it. What the hell are you supposed to put these on? Does this attach to his back? No. Yeah, I don't know how the hell that is going to attach, really. Unless I glue it on somehow. Yeah, interesting. I would like to have these feathers on his back. It would complete the look. Let me see. Let me get, Now I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. So we take this off. And then this is just going to go onto here and onto here. Interesting. Alright. Let me take... I love how you take his hand off and everything comes off. That's interesting. So I wonder how... Does it just fit through the cloak? And then the cloak is tight enough that's going to hold it? Is that how it works? Let me see on this side. I guess that's how it works. Let's see. Let's put him on the side. And there's the hole. There's the hole for Magnus. Let's see right there, 'cause it's coming through two pieces of cloth. There it is. There's the hole. And then the feathers have a little peg right here that just goes through. Yeah, the only problem is there's nothing for the feathers to really hold on to. I can get it through. Unless the... Oh, you know what? Maybe it's... Use the plastic piece on the back for it to hold. In the video, it shows him using some connectors that may have come with soft goods. Let me see. Oh, shit! Dude, thank you, Dan. So, look at... Oh, man, I would have totally missed this. I would have thrown that out, dude. Good thing you came on here tonight. Or you know what would have happened? I would have put it to the side and I would have been like, what the... What is this? And then I would have looked at the video, because I'm going to watch the videos after this and see if I'm missing anything. But I would have been like, what the hell? Alright, so we have two of the caps on here to hold these on. So let's see if we can get this on. So we got two of them. We got one. We got two. Thank you, Danzo. Yeah, my custom Malium has a custom head and a stern guard with a few parts on him from other figs. Just need better sword because he has a Chaos one temporarily and a DA Master Bolter. Lego wings on a pauldron. Dude, I'm surprised you don't have like absolutely massive amount of extra like bolters and weapons, because I have so many, dude. I have an entire box full. Oh, I see how it goes. Okay, so this is just gonna fit onto here. Okay, I can see the peg. You see the peg right there, and then this is just gonna peg on. I wonder if I should actually throw some glue in this. I feel like that needs a little bit of glue. And then this one, same thing. Yeah. So all right. So let's try this out. So before we get to Sanguinius, I'm going to take this off camera so it's a little bit easier. But I'm not leaving you guys with nothing to look at. You can look at Sanguinius in the meantime. So let me see if I can do this. And then I'll show you guys what it winds up looking like. It's very interesting how they did this. I feel like I need a little bit of glue in here to be able to make sure that this holds on the figure. Now I got it through. Okay. And then just pushing it in. Okay, it locks in. So that's not terrible. So we got one of them on. I would feel more comfortable, to be honest with you. I think I am... This I think I'm going to glue on. Where's the other one? Here it is. Because I feel like these are such tiny little pieces that if you pull on it... Yep, and it just popped off. Oh no, that's his hand coming off. God damn it. Friggin' Magnus and his hands popping off. Oh yeah, I have a ton of extra parts. He had DA Master, and the only red bulgers I have that looks like he's kinda, and his chainsword is fancy and blue and gold, but I don't have any of those. Either that, or you can just swap out some of the Space Marine 2 figures, chain swords, because I'm not using those. I think I have one set as jump pack guys, and the other one set as something else. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna glue these little things, man, because I feel like this shit's gonna fall off. So let me go grab my glue and just hold on 1 second. I'm gonna play a quick commercial, guys. I'll be right back. Let me go grab my glue. Alright, back here we are. I'd be interested to hear what you guys, if anybody got a commercial, what commercial did they give you guys? That would be interesting to know. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Alright, that is not it. Let's see. No, it's not it. Here it is. Alright. I have a ton of extra. The pauldron was a mix of laziness and not having a figure that was suitable. Pauldron, so I improvised, cut some Lego wing parts and sticky tacked them on. I don't think many of the SM2 Bolter looked much like him. Maybe the Relic Secundus, but he'd keep it on though. Yeah, I agree. I was just trying to figure out something that would work from the perspective of maybe an extra chainsword. I didn't get a commercial. Do you have YouTube Premium? I've had YouTube Premium since the day they've offered it. So if you have YouTube Premium, I don't think you get commercials. Well, no, absolutely, you don't absolutely get. You absolutely do not get commercials. So, all right, so let's put this piece back on. I'm gonna glue this on. Now, I'll pop a little bit of glue into this hole here. See if I can get this on camera. Can you? Oh my god, it's because Sanguinius. God damn it. See if I can get everything out of the way. There we go. So that little hole there, I'm going to drop a little bit of glue in there. I wound up using the Loctite super glue. So this is my glue of choice. And so we're going to drop a tiny little drop in here. What's great about this glue, because it's gel, I can control what I'm doing with it. So, alright, so we got a tiny bit of that in there, and then we're just going to stick this on here so that this, I don't have to worry about it popping off, man. There's some custom ones, but I just never got a chance to buy them. A dude also has some custom 3D parts too, probably a file somewhere too. I'm just lazy and poor. Listen, everybody's lazy and poor, don't worry about that. Alright, so fit on, which is great. I just have to let it glue and sit there. So the other piece, I actually don't have YouTube Premium. I just didn't play oddly enough. Yeah, I'm actually interested. I clicked the button to play it. I'm not sure why I didn't play it. Maybe we'll play it afterwards. I don't care. All right, so if you guys don't notice, I don't have super chats, and I don't have any commercials generally on the stream by default. So we're gonna do the same thing with this one. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna pop a little bead of the gel glue into here. Okay, nice little bead of glue that's in there. Oh, there we go. Now it's in focus. You guys can see the shininess of that. So I've got one glued already. Now I just need to get the second one on here. It's hard to see, actually. Make sure I got enough in here. Yeah, now we got enough. Alright, let's see. And let's get the feathers through the other hole, which is probably going to be a bit of a pain. That's probably going to be the hardest thing that we have to do here. Let's see. And again, I'm doing this off camera because there's literally no way I would be able to do this on camera with you guys. So there's no way. There's the hole. Alright. There's a lot of different jokes you guys can have right now at my expense. Alright, so peg is through the cloth. I'm sticking the little topper pieces on here in a second. Got it on, I think. Oh, this is a pain, man. Okay. God damn it, it wants to stick to my skin. Okay. This one gonna stay on or not? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to stick a little more glue on this. Yeah. Little more glue. The method he uses to properly put on the cape is not intuitive. You want to watch the video. You may want to watch the video. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look after this. I feel like, especially the part with the waist piece, maybe I'm missing something there. So, and the black paint just came off a ton on this little cap here. Alright, let's put this on again. Alright, I got it on, and I just got a cramp in my leg. I got it on, so the two caps are on the back of the cloak here. Just holding that last piece on. So yeah, so we got the two caps on here. I am not going to mess with this one right now. I'm just going to let this glue harden on here. And I also got a little bit of the black paint from that off just because of how the glue interacted with it. So he's a mental pick. Oh, here's a mental pick of the chainsword I used, though. It's one of the old chains, chaos chainswords like the Crimson Slaughter and Black Legion have with their single tooth claw piece in the black, better than the standard. Oh yeah, I remember all those. I have all the original Black Legion figures from JOYTOY when they first, the V1 figures that they first came out with. So, all right, so we're gonna leave Magnus to the side here to dry up, and hopefully this will situate nicely. And we're gonna get to the last one, which this is a lot of shit. I feel like this is gonna be the hardest one to do. Yeah, so this is gonna be Sanguinius, and he's got a lot of pieces here with him. So let's move this out of the way. Move this, and we'll move that. Alright, so. Alright. let's put this over to the side. That's the extra cloaks that we have. I knew this was going to be a little bit of pain in the ass, but I'm glad that we got it done. Now with Sanguinius, it's interesting because this banner goes over his spear of Telesto. Is that the name of his spear? Somebody in the chat, if same time Toys is still here, I'm sure he can correct me. But this is a really cool one. This is just going to go over that spear Telesto, I think it's called, that he has. So that's cool. And then this is really awesome. These are little caps on his shoulder that he has open pieces on. So of course Sanguinius would be the most complicated. You're damn right he is. But these are pieces, actually. Let's grab him. I'm going to take his wings off here, because we're not going to need these on when we're doing the install. So let's pull these off. Okay. We got 2 massive Sanguinius wings off. We're going to take his spear off. But these, look at that. There's these 2 open circular portions. I never even noticed this on his pauldrons. I don't know if that's a particular reason why he has it like that, but these 2 pieces actually go right into there. So that's really cool. So that's a piece that kind of completes something that's, I don't know if it's missing or if it's intended. Dude, he's got so many goddamn wired parts. Oh, shit. So many cloak pieces. We're going to start with the easy one first. Yeah, that's a spear. Oh, that's cool. Gotta love when they also improve stuff like that, too. Yeah, dude. Alright, so his spear of Telesto, just going to go over it. I've seen some people with some really crazy looking versions of this spear. Oh, actually, I should probably just go down this side. It's not going to be as wide. I'm not going to stretch it as bad. But I've seen some crazy customs of this spear. I think WOG Toys has one. Toyverse has one. I'm not too... Maybe if I knew more of the lore of Sanguinius and during his time of the Horse Heresy or prior to the Horse Heresy, I'd be a little bit more inclined to get a better version of this. But the one that I wound up picking up was the Valdor spear from JOYTOY, which is just a huge upgrade over the one that he came with. And funnily enough, the reason why I wound up picking up that spear was because the spear that he came with, he did a dive off of, in the actual, when I used to have all of my figures behind me in this streaming and collection table area, he took a dive off of, I think, like the fourth shelf, and his spear hit the ground and just shattered into like 5 different parts. So I was like, oh, I need a new weapon. And I remember I was complaining on a Toy Hammer After Dark, and then like the next week there was a custom Valdor spear. So I was like, oh, that is freaking amazing. So here we go. There's his banner on his spear. I've got to see how exactly it's supposed to sit. I would assume it's supposed to sit up higher. Maybe it's supposed to sit just like that. But this looks really cool. Let me get a full shot here so you guys can see what this looks like. And again, this entire piece is all wired. So you can have it situated however you like. You can have it rumpled up a little bit. And yeah, this looks really cool. He has a lot of shit with him. Alright, so we got his spear piece done. Alright, so a lot of shit. Alright, so how does this work? So shoulders are clearly going to come off. Alright, so let's get his shoulders off. Shoulder pads are going to come off. He's got so much accoutremata shit on him. Oh my god. I'm like afraid to like pull because I feel like something is going to break. He's got this little piece here. He's got the blood angel symbol hanging down. Oh no, that's something that would have me nervous. I have to do something when I have space set up to make sure I can survive a fall and not eat off a shelf. Definitely want to do some of the dios though. Yeah, well, in my new collection area where Joey, I don't know if you've seen I've done a couple really quick live streams in there. I'm going to do a full YouTube review video soon of that area once I finish opening up all of my Raven Guard figures. But in that area, it's very well protected in case something falls off. So I agree with you 100%, and I learned my lesson. Alright, so here is his cloak, sort of. Oh my god. Yeah, so then this piece goes where? I don't know. And then he's got another cloak piece. This is clearly going to go over his shoulders. So I'm going to assume that this one goes on first. And then this would sit down here. So his wings, yeah, that's how this is going to work. That's how this is going to work. This is just going to go down here and sit here. So his two shoulders will sit like that, just like Dorn did. And just like, well, actually not like Russ, just like Dorn. I'll have to see it, but I don't know about Sanguinius and the cloth good stuff with wing figs. Maybe, but maybe. We'll see. Yeah, So, I suppose it goes like that? Does it go over his arms? Looks like it's going... You know, let me look at the video really quick for Sanguinius, because this one's interesting. I feel like there's so many parts to this. I'm probably going to redo the cloak on Magnus also. But let's look really quick. MaxBird. Sanguinius. Here we go. And let me see what they show. Here's MaxBird's website, or YouTube channel rather. Alright, there it is. Let's see what he says. How are we putting this one on? Let's try it just saying. Yes. Oh, I think I put just Blood Angels and it worked. Let's see if this pops up. Yep, there it is. There he is. Okay. How to wear custom cloak. Wow, he's holy shit. Yes, it goes around his arms just like how the Sanguinor looked. Okay, now I get it. Now I understand how this is supposed to go. Yeah, you're going to take that off. Shoulder pads are going to come off. Yup. Yep, that's all going to be popped off. Okay. Let's see what he is doing here with this. I'll have to see, but I don't know about Sanguinius and the cloth goods. But I've seen some horror stories with hot toys I used to collect from group stories, so I always had it in mind with that one. I've seen glass Detolf shatter. Oh yeah, dude, I have only one of those. I have one glass Detolf. I gotta get Sanguinius. Yeah, dude, he looks absolutely awesome. All right, so you just slowly golden wings into the shoulder armor gap. Let's see how this is going to go. I'm gonna pull the arms back. Oh boy, did I do that incorrectly? Holy shit. Okay, so the leopard thing is supposed to... Alright, let's do this step by step. So, alright, I did the first portion completely wrong. God damn it. Alright, so this... I was wondering why, because these armholes are really big. So, the leopard cloth piece is supposed to come over him like so. Okay. Alright, let's take his sword out of his hand. Alright. So, cloth piece here. It's going to go like this. Alright. And then this is just going to go onto here. Oh, okay. Alright, so that is the first portion that to put on correctly. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely needed to be able to look at this. He's pretty much a number one on my list to get when some proper funds again. Life's been sucking lately, so I haven't been able to. Oh, that sucks, dude. Well, keep an eye out, Joey. We actually gave away Sanguinius earlier this year. Then we gave away Conrad Curves. We've given away Terminators, Space Marine 2 figures, secret level figures, Intercessors, tons of different stuff. So, trust me, I hear you, Joey. On disability, it don't go very far. Yeah. Alright, so we got this piece. This is just going to go... Oh, that's easy enough. Okay. So, next two pieces to go on are going to be these. So this is pretty easy. Oh, it just sits like that over the shoulders. Interesting. So one piece just sits like that. And then one piece just sits like that. This is weird. Is there two of these? No, guess not. Okay. And then one piece just sits like so. On Sanguinius. Okay. Very much just like the Sanguine one. Alright. So we got those two pieces on there. We got 3 pieces in total. Let me see what he shows next. Probably should show this on the screen the next time I do this. Shoulder goes on. Shoulder goes on. Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Let me put the shoulders on first because... Wow. That is a humongous dress skirt that he's going to be putting on here in a second. Alright, so let's take this off while I put one on. This shit's going to fly off while I'm doing this. Alright, so again, when you're putting these shoulders on for the Primarchs, you got to make sure that the peg is situated so you can push down. God damn. I mean, the nice thing about these shoulders is they're so articulated, but the other portion that is a pain is trying to get them back on. Oh, his head can come off. That's fine. But trying to get them back on is just a struggle because they have so much movement in here. So you're trying essentially to get them to stay straight so you can get enough pressure on them to be able to put the peg back into the shoulder blade. So this is always something I've always struggled with, the Primarch shoulders. And this is no different. Probably should have heated him up first, but it is what it is at this point. Alright, we're going to do this off camera really quickly. Trying to do it on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. You guys have an idea of what I'm doing, so it's fine. Oh. I just broke it. Come on, Sanguinius. You want your shoulder pad on. This is the one with your little kitty cat on his shoulder. Come on, man. The shoulder keeps going back in. Alright, come on. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. Guys be getting frisky tonight. I'd be saying Ferris was the only one you get a decapitation. And you get a decapitation. Alright, so... Did this, is this one of the... There we go. Yay, we got it on. Look at that. Yay! God damn it. We got it on. Alright. Next one is going to go. Ray's going to end up breaking Sanguinary harder than Horus said. No. I'm trying to be... God damn it, I got to get this one on now. Trying to be as gentle as I can with Sangui. Because, even though he looks like he could be brittle, he's really not. It's really not. Oh, god damn it. This is always such a pain in the ass to get this situated in the right way until I get it locked in. This is a pain. This is why I say I'm definitely not going to be taking this shit off. So, yes, 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 yes. Got the 2 pieces on, and I didn't break anything else on Sanguinius. Wow. All right, there we go. Got his 2 underarm pieces on, and now this is the last piece. My God. Well, we got to put the shoulder pieces on too. These little pieces that fit in there. But yeah, this is the waist piece. Now I gotta look on the video at how to do this because this looks insane, dude. Insane. Andy the Collector, that's fair. Same. All right. So how does it? It goes up his leg. Hold on. So what? Oh. 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 That's not too terrible. I got so much catching up to do when I get rolling, though. Only Lion and Gilliman, mostly focused on a couple characters for army building. But I do want all the Primarchs and a rep for the troops at least. Yes, that's the one thing that I've stuck with where, you know, I want to get all the Primarchs and also a couple of troopers with each one. I went a little crazy with Sanguinius, not Sanguinius, with Magnus and 1,000 Suns, but God, that clasp is that is definitely going to be a pain to get on. All right, let's see how we can do. Let's just go. Let's just go. So this is supposed to go around his waist. Okay. So, does this sit underneath? Oh my God, this sits underneath. Yeah. All right. Let's get his weapons off of him because this is going to be an interesting one. Let's get his double-barreled revolver shotgun out of the way. And then this, so the piece is just to go around his waist. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No. It's actually supposed to go underneath this piece. So... oh my God. Why am I dressing my figures up? This is supposed to go around... It's like a... It's literally like I'm putting a wedding dress on my guy. This is crazy looking, dude. Oh my God. Alright. So... this is the front. And then this goes around the side? Is that right? Oh my God. Did you go more nuts with Magnus, 1,000 Suns, or Corvus and Ravengard? Ravengard. 100%. I went more crazy with them. Not even close. Not even close. Got a ton of figures. So... alright, let me look at this again. So he is putting it underneath. Underneath. Alright, I got it mentally. The 3 Salamander Terminators were my last pickups. That's cool. I picked up those, like I said, I learned from my mistakes in life, kind of hard. Kinda. So it's been trying to focus on what I like rather than everything. You should. Cherry pick, man. It might not look like I'm cherry picking, but I'm cherry picking. Because I did not pick up any of the Black Templars that came out. No Imperial Fists. So, yeah. Alright, so this is... oh boy. Alright, so this is going to go underneath here. And it's going to go underneath that piece as well. My goodness. This is, okay. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if I can get this done. So this is going to go like that. And then this is supposed supposed to come down and go underneath his little piece here. Right. And then this. Good God Almighty. Where is the clasp? This is supposed to go underneath here. And there's the clasp. Okay. So this. Alright. Almost got it. This is going to go underneath here. And where is the frickin' clasp? Oh my God. Where? Okay, here's the clasp. Let's see where it is. It's right here. It's right there. So the clasp. So this has got to come over this. I feel like this is supposed to go up higher. So he has more room. Yeah, it's supposed to go up higher. And then this sword. I'm worried about breaking the beads on this plastic here. If that wasn't there, then I would be able to put this clasp on pretty easily. But because of that sword, I'm trying to be careful that I don't break it. All right, so there's the clasp. We got it. Wow. Can't believe I actually got it on. I am shocked, man. Alright, so he's got... Oh my God, dude. He is like... Now I don't know which one is more ostentatious. Him or Magnus. Dude. He's got like these little ruffles that come out his sides. I don't know about you guys. I would definitely not be wearing this. But yeah, holy shit. Alright, so here is... My God, dude. Holy crap. Alright, so we got the piece on. Alright, so that is everything. That's all his pieces. The only pieces left to put on now are just the little pieces that go on here on his shoulders. And I want to see how these snap on. Dude, he has got so... Dude, it's just cloth everywhere. It actually looks good, though. I will say that Magnus's definitely has the same effect, but I feel like Sanguinius is a little bit more appropriate, if that makes sense. So, and then also Sanguinius is going to be flying all the time. He's always going to be on a flight stand, so he'll always have that to go with. Very interesting. All right, so we had the Sanguinius helm on there before. Well, actually, before we do that, we're going to do these. So these are little clasps that essentially go in these holes here. So, let's see. I used to collect hot toys, man. Wow, that's impressive. I only have one hot toy, and I bought that about, oh my God, almost 8 years ago. It was the Punisher War Machine. How does this thing come open? God damn it. But the Punisher War Machine, I still have it. And I'll never sell that. It's an awesome piece. It's my one and last hot toy that I'll ever have. That's the one good thing about me from as far as a collector standpoint is if I decide that I'm only buying one thing, I'm only going to buy that one thing. I don't generally change my view on that outside of a couple of figures here and there, but big things I generally keep the same thing all the time. I don't change on that. So alright, so now this is interesting. I never really would have noticed that before, that he was missing. Is there a particular reason, Jocko, why he's missing these pieces? Or like why he has these holes on his shoulders like this? So this can go... I'm very tempted to glue these things on. Interesting. So how do these... I'm sure that they're supposed to just fit in. Interesting. So this, you can see kind of the circle that this goes on. We can do this off camera again. And oh yeah, fits right in. Look at that. Actually fits right in there. Well. Alright, so the other one. It's very interesting that this was missing on him. I'm gonna have to look up some lore pictures of why his armor looks like that. You know, or does it actually look like that? I don't know. Interesting. Let's see. Let's put him over here. I'm gonna do this off camera one more time because you have to bend the plastic a little bit, so it's hard as shit trying to do this on camera. All right, there we go. You got the two pieces on there. So this looks cool. What's interesting is this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I really thought this was going to be horrendously terrible to get on him. Well, believe it or not, this is not that bad. All right, so Sanguinius, I need your guys' decision here because we're going to have two different helms that we can go with Sanguinius. So we have two different ones. Both are from the same. Both are from the art, officially by or unofficially. So first one is this one. This is kind of Sanguinor on crack look. I think this looks really good. So this is the Sanguinor one. He's got the bleeding eyes, right? And the crown, essentially. Just a short-haired version of him. Maybe looks very much like the Sanguinor, which is a representation of Sanguinius as well. And then the other one is more of a regal massive helm. I think this one's probably going to be the one to go with just because he's got so much shit on him. We'll try both, and then you guys can tell me which one you think looks better on him. So, where is the one with his ball peg? Oh, here it is. Yes, there we go. There we go. Do I have to get the neck peg? Yeah, I think I had to get the neck peg off of this. So I don't think this one came... No, this one does not come with it. So, let's see. I do like the second better. Okay. Yeah, we're going to try both on and see which one you guys think looks better. So, alright. Definitely not going with the helmeted head. Definitely not going to be going with that one. So, number 2. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I feel like number 2 is going to be the one to go with just because he's got so much shit on him. I feel like that is the one that's probably going to be the best representation of Sanguinius for this. God damn, dude, he's got... I'll tell you this much, man. He's definitely not lacking in the equipment area as far as gear. He's got tons of gear. Tons and tons of gear. So, alright. So, there we go. So, that is the head. That is the armored helm with that. Wow, he looks really cool. Just like the Sanguinor. I was very shocked and surprised that the Sanguinor actually looked as good as did. Man, he's got like crazy amount. Look at that. Super regal. Holy crap. Wow. And just dude, there's so much cloth here. I'm very interested to see what he's going to look like on the display stand when I get him with his wings back on flying. Oh shit, I just realized something. How the hell am I going to get his wings on? Oh, okay, never mind. It goes down, it pulls down. That's right. This pulls down and it can go down and around the bottom portion of his backpack where his wings would go on. So that's not going to be a problem. Actually, we'll put the wings on right now. So here is one. If I remember correctly, they lock in. Okay, there's one wing. Wow. Holy shit. Alright. There's one wing, and there's... Ow, I just poked myself with his goddamn pinions on his feathers. Plastic pinions. And there's his second wing. Wow. Dude. Holy shit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let me pull the camera out so you guys can see him fully here. But there is there's Sanguinius in his full glory with all of his soft goods. Well, no, not even all of his soft goods. I'm still missing his Spear of Telesto here. So we can throw this on as well. And actually, we'll probably put this lower. Yeah, we'll put this lower. Dude. And then, oh my god, he's got another sword to put in his hand. Did I have the... What? I think I had this on this hand, right? I don't think I actually... Wow, I just realized he's got... Holy shit, dude, he's got so many weapons. Look at this. Look at this. Dude, unbelievable. Huge glow up, I'll say that, man. Jeez Louise. Holy crap, look at the back of him. I mean, listen. It is crazy ostentatious. It is just a crazy amount of stuff on him. But, I mean, he's a Primarch, right? I think this needs to go up higher also, to be honest with you. Yeah, I feel like this needs to go up. Up, 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 up to the top of the spear. And yes. Then he can grip on the leather gripping area. So, there is his Spear of Telesto. My god. There is, dude, I'm gonna have to do like a 360 view. What we're gonna do is on either tomorrow night or Thursday night, we're gonna do live from the collection room, and I'll have him on that rotating stand, and I'll be able to show you from a standing view in his on his display how he actually looks. So unbelievable. Holy crap, dude. I definitely, now seeing him with everything on, yeah, Sanguinius is my favorite of these that I've just did. Absolutely my favorite of these that I just did. So definitely my favorite. All right, so we got him. We got the Spear of Telesto. We have my second favorite. What is the deal with the gold and red here, man? What is the deal with that? So we got the gold and red. We got Sanguinius. We got his brother Dorn, right? And then who is next? We got. We're gonna have to probably put him at the bottom, because yeah, there's no way that yeah, he's got. He's gonna put it on the side here. He's not gonna cover his brother Russ. God damn, dude, this is so huge. All right, let's see if I can get these into view. I had them before, but jeez. All right, so there is Russ. There is Dorn. Did these things glue on? They did. Okay, and then so this is the bottom pieces that I just glued on the back of his cloak. So he's got the feathers now on the back of his cloak. And so that is that. Let me put his bracers on and his hands. And then our other figure, Magnus, will be finished as well. I have to look at the rust because I got to see where this other piece is supposed to go. But there's Magnus. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? What is your favorite of these? Again, we'll do a live from... I'm going to have to move them, actually. We're going to do a live from the collection room on Wednesday. Wednesday night, probably. Tomorrow night, maybe. Wednesday night, probably. But there is the 4 of them. What do you guys think? What is your favorite out of these 4 that we did? Let me bring him down a little bit. Incredible. Holy crap, there's so... I feel like there's so much cloth on my desk here. Let's get these heads out of here. We're not going to be using these again. These were just pulled out for the time being. So it's crazy, man. Sanguinius is by far is my favorite, but I may be slightly biased. Sanguinius, but I'm also biased. All right, so we got 2 ones for Sanguinius. I think so for Sanguinius also. He's going to look really amazing when I stick him on the display stand. I think he's going to look really awesome. So, Russ is definitely my least favorite, just because I feel like it's not a wire cloak, so it's weird, right? Shrade 4919 Magnus. Magnus is also good too. Magnus has a lot of design on that apron cloak that's going around him. The back of his cloak is really cool too. But I feel like, I don't know about you guys, I feel like the helms help make these figures, right? Like, I feel like if I had, it would just feel like something was missing. If they didn't have their armored helms on, I feel like something was missing with these figures. So, Blood Angels are my main army. Of course they are, Andy. But this looks awesome. I'm very happy with the entire setup of these figures. So, it needs a wire. It's definitely lacking for it. Yeah, it's definitely weird with Russ's. Dorn's looks great. Super simplistic. Great, perfect cloak. Magnus is over the top. Really good once you get everything situated. And Sanguinius, I mean, he's sitting behind a bunch of stuff. He really has to be standing for you to appreciate everything that they put into this cloth goods by MaxBird. So absolutely amazing. So yeah, I think overall we'll do one by one now that I have everybody situated and moving. We're going to start with Sanguinius. We're going to start with our tops here that I think. So first is going to be Sanguinius. We'll bring him back in. We're going to zoom in. Let's do this. And yes, I feel like overall, let's do that. There we go. All right. Overall, I think Sanguinius is amazing. I think this is my favorite. Right? I think this looks absolutely great. I can't wait to get him on his flight stand. Then when we move around the side, we can see his shoulders. These are really cool. I never realized he was missing parts, or he had like open parts here. So this looks really cool. And then once we go to the back, we can see the expanded leopard cloak that's on there. His sword just fell from his sheath. But then coming around the side also, we have another Blood Angel symbol on this one on his shoulder. Let's put it, this is my favorite sword he has too. And then over on here, we can see just that little piece of cloth that's underneath that shoulder. And then we also get on his Spear of Telesto, we get the banner, which looks absolutely incredible. They did, both sides have the banner too, which is really cool. So you can have the spear wielded on either side. And then the piece around his waist is just insane. Again, when you first put it on, it's like, okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but it actually works. I'm really happy with how this looks, man. Sanguinius looks incredible. We're going to steal a word from Carlos. So if Carlos was here, I'm sure that Carlos would say Sanguinius looks insane. So Sanguinius is my top favorite one tonight. Number 2. This is going to surprise you guys. I think it's Magnus. I think Magnus is my number 2 tonight. Just the intricacies of the cloak, his like apron piece, tabard, the fact that we can actually put the feathers on his back is awesome, and extra points for the hieroglyphic purity, well, not purity seals, or like chapter seals or something, but they're we'll call them hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphic seals. That's what we'll say. We'll say these are Magnus's hieroglyphic seals. So, and then throughout the entire thing, this is so awesome. Like little details like that in the cloak, just absolutely amazing. I think this is my number 2, especially since you can get that the feather piece. Thank you, Dano. onto this figure. So this overall, I would say Magnus is my number 2 tonight. All right, number 3. Number 3 is no surprise. I think this looks great on Dorn. If I had to say, it would probably be a tie for second place. But I think Dorn looks awesome. I think I'm super happy with this cloak. Funnily enough, like I said, I had glued his power pack on previously, and I was able to take it off tonight. And a little piece came off, but it still holds more snug than it ever did before. And then coming to the back, we can see the amazing 6th Legion Imperial Fist symbol on here. Again, this is all gold leaf on the back of this cloak. It is all wired, just like the last 2 figures we saw. This looks unbelievably awesome. I think Dorn is number 2.5. He's almost high with Magnus there. And number 3, taking up the last spot, just because I'm a little unsure of where this extra piece is supposed to go. Is this supposed to be around his waist? I'm not sure. But here we go with Russ. I still think it looks cool. I think it definitely is a piece that enhances Russ's figure from JOYTOY. And what's cool is they essentially just made a cloth version of what comes with him. So you can have the hatchet still equipped on his back. We got these teeth loose here, all on the back. We got the symbol of the Space Wolves, as well as we get the emerald symbol of the Space Wolves on there too. And everything fits on perfectly. Again, just a little bit weird that there's no wires. Is there wires here? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there is wires. It is wired. Look at, I'm wrong. It is a wire cloak. So it is wired. It's just, it's different. It's very different. See how I'm able to, so the wires are just out the bottom because this is not a standard cloak. So this is wired. So I take it back. I am wrong. This is a wire cloak, MaxBird. Looks awesome, dude. Yeah, again, only taking up the rear just because I have to figure out the shoulder pieces too. I have to figure out how the shoulder pieces work on this one for Russ. But I think, again, all of these pieces are an upgrade for your Primarchs. And the reason why I really want to do this tonight, following up from last night's Toy Hammer After Dark, because if you guys remember, the subject last night was the collector's editions of these figures. So one thing that you can do, these are all normal versions of the figures. So you can still buy the helms of them and still have money to buy the cloaks and still spend less money than you would have if you would have bought the collector's edition. So the normal editions also, as Joey brought up last night, which is one of the reasons why I didn't get the collector's editions also, the helms are colored and painted to be from WOG Toys, Toyverse, etc. to match the original version. So the paint's not going to match for these helms if you bought them for the collector's edition, unless you painted them or got them painted specifically for that. So yeah, I think this is great. It is a wire cloak, but yeah, he's going to take the 4th spot just by default, but I still think it's a massive upgrade. Let's get Sanguinius back in here because he is going to take the prize for tonight, dude. I cannot wait to get him on the stand. And I'll take some pictures too, and I'll put them up on Instagram, and I'll put them on the WraithMace community tab. So there is wires, Joey. There's wires. So, all right, guys. Hopefully you guys like this. Good experiment with the VOX transmissions. Just got to figure out why it actually stopped sending the messages. It's still typing it out. You can hear it type it. And it comes across the screen, which I like. Just got to figure out what happened, why the voice is not working on it. So, how the helmets would look on the collector's edition, So they're off, the colors are off. So specifically like Sanguinius here, that helm is very gold. It's a very gold helm. So he is going to look awkward and a bit odd because it's totally not going to match the rest of his armor. So, but I would like to see somebody who has the collector's edition to do a quick comparison between that two. So, all right, guys, as usual, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I will be back. We're definitely going to be back Wednesday night. We're going to do more Darktide. More Darktide. We'll have the VOX system up and running again. Figure out what the problem is with that. But I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat, everybody who jumped in throughout this live stream to essentially watch me open up my my figures and add the cloth versions to this. So, all right, guys. Thanks again, guys. Again, like and subscribe. If you guys like any of the figures on here, you can go to LT Cave, Cool Toys Club, or David Toys. David Toys, we have a 12% discount code also for not the newest releases. You can just use automatically, their discount code comes on there, but older release figures that they don't have the buy it now or special first purchase code, you can use a 12% discount code there, as well as LT Cave and Cool Toys Club. You can use the affiliate links for all three of them. Show your support the channel. That is the easiest and best way to do it. We do not have super chats, we do not have memberships, and I don't run any ads on the streams, which kind of help make this run nice and smoothly for you and for me. So, all right, guys, as usual, guys, have a good night. All right, guys, I'm Wraith. I'm out. Later, guys.